guys, what is going on? It is Chris with 605 Brew Reviews coming at you with another beer review. Today we're going to look at another beer from Ben's Brewing Company here in Yankton, South Dakota. If you guys remember my first review, I kind of talked a little bit about Ben's. It's a brewery kind of right down the street from my house. Today we're going to be looking at his Sabbatical Oatmeal Stout. Before I crack these open, I'll let you guys know I had these crowlered Wednesday before Thanksgiving. It is now Cyber Monday, so it's been 5 days. Due to the wife's Black Friday shopping and a craft project she has going on, my usual table space is kind of eaten up, so I figured I'd condense the set, bring some of my props out here. Apologize for the dogs playing here behind me. Hopefully they don't make too much noise. And let's get right into this review. So again, this is Sabbatical Oatmeal Stout. This clocks in at 5.3% ABV and 26 IBUs. This is the second batch of this that Ben and Perry have brewed. He did say on this second batch they added about another 1 to 2 pounds of oats just to kind of help out the mouthfeel. So we'll take a look at it here. Get it into a glass, let you guys know what it looks like, smells like, tastes like, and give you my final verdict on the Ben's Sabbatical Oatmeal Stout. Alright guys, so the appearance on the Sabbatical Oatmeal Stout. I hate pouring crowlers. I don't know anybody who knows how to pour these without spilling a little bit. Alright guys, I apologize for the break there. I had to clean up the mess I made with the crowler. Like I said, I always have trouble pouring these. I love how long the beer keeps in them. Sometimes they're a pain to pour though when they're super full. So anyway, appearance on the Sabbatical Oatmeal Stout. As you can see, nice dark beer. Holding it up to the light, you do get a little bit of like a maple colored tinge towards the edges of the glass, but otherwise nice and dark. Do have about 2 fingers. I had about 2.5 fingers initially of a kind of a khaki colored head. It is a little rocky, but down close to the beer it's nice and uniform. There are some bubbles streaming up in there. Let's go ahead and see what this smells like. Wow. So aroma on this beer, guys, very roasty. You get kind of a nice, I don't know that I'd say bitter, but it's almost like a dark roast coffee. Just from those roasted malts. Do get a bit of a kind of a bittersweet chocolate aroma as well. Smells really nice. Just kind of a very velvety, like I said, roasty chocolate coffee type of aroma. Let's go ahead and get into the flavor on the Sabbatical Oatmeal Stout. Cheers. Wow. So right up front, guys, that aggressive coffee roastiness. Again, almost like a dark roast coffee, just from all the roasted malts. Kind of mellows out middle of the palate with a nice bittersweet, kind of like a dark Belgian chocolate or like a baker's chocolate kind of flavor. And then at the end, you do get kind of a pillowy, creamy feel. I'm guessing that's the oats. And almost like a, and I'm guessing it's just how much roasted malt there is here, but a little bit of a sweetness, almost like a toasted marshmallow or toasted coconut. It's not super aggressive, but it is there. Overall, though, really nice. One thing I would say before I get into my final score on this, you definitely have to like pretty roasty beers. I know there's some people who, say that when they have a lot of roasted malt character in their beer, it almost tastes like a burnt cigarette or a burnt wood kind of flavor. I wouldn't say this is that aggressive, but it is very roasty. So maybe not your thing, but I think it's pretty good. Let's go ahead and get into the final verdict here on the Sabbatical Oatmeal Stout. Alright guys, so final verdict on the Ben's Brewing Sabbatical Oatmeal Stout. And again, this is the second batch. I'm going to say this is a B plus beer for me. I really enjoy the rich roasted malt character. You kind of get that coffee, dark roast coffee, chocolate, a little bit of sweetness, and it is kind of a nice, smooth, creamy mouthfeel from all those oats. I do think if it was a little sweeter to kind of cut some of that roastiness, I'd bump it up to an A minus or A beer for me. At 5.3%, this is definitely a stout that you can enjoy and have a few of, unlike those big imperial stouts. So drinkable, pretty delicious. Like I said, B plus beer for me, guys. If you've had this, comment down below. Let me know what you think. If you happen to stop in at Yankton, South Dakota here, make sure you go down and see Ben's Brewing Co. and try some of his beers for yourself. And if you enjoyed this review, go ahead and hit subscribe. Or let me know what you guys have been enjoying lately. Otherwise, until next time, guys, cheers. Thanks.